Hi everyone, my name is KNS Swami. In this video, I am going to discuss about the isostructural and isogeometric molecules or species. Okay, so generally the molecules are divided into two types based on the geometry and shape of the molecules. Okay, so generally based molecules are divided into two parts, two types, based on geometry and the shape of the molecules. So one is isostructural, isostructural, and second one is isogeometric, isogeometric molecules. Isostructural molecules and isogeometric molecules. Okay, so now what is meant by this isostructural molecules and what is meant by this isogeometrical molecules or isogeometric species? Okay, here in the case of isostructural molecules, okay, these are the molecules which are having same type of structure, or they are having identical structure. Okay, so these are the molecules which are having same type of structure. Okay, in the case of isogeometric molecules, okay, they are having a same type of electronic geometry, or they are having same type of identical electronic geometry. So in this way, okay, based on shapes and geometries of the molecules, okay, these molecules are classified into two types. So one is isostructural molecules and isogeometric molecules. Let us see some examples. So CH4, H2O, SnCl2, and MnO4 minus. Okay, so let us see the structures of these molecules, the geometries of these molecules. Okay, here this is, okay, this is CH4 and this is oxygen. In H2O we have two lone pairs. This is hydrogen and this is hydrogen. And this SnCl2 we have one lone pair, and this MnO4 we have O minus. Okay, so okay, these are the some examples. Okay, what is methane, H2O, SnCl2, and MnO4 minus. Now let us see okay, steric number of these molecules. So steric number means okay, number of sigma bonds and number of lone pairs are present in that molecule. So let us see in this molecule, in this CH4, we have 4 sigma bonds. So steric number is 4. Okay, steric number is 4 because here we have 4 sigma bonds, and here in the case of H2O we have 2 lone pairs and 2 sigma bonds. So total we have steric number that is 4. Okay, in the case of SnCl2, okay, here we have 2 sigma bonds and 1 lone pair. We have a steric number that is 3. Okay, so in the case of MnO4 we have 4 sigma bonds. So that's why here, okay, here we have steric number 4. Okay, so these are the steric numbers, and let us see okay, electronic geometries. Okay, electronic geometries of these molecules. Okay, so before going to the hybridization of these 4 molecules, so here we have sp3 hybridization in the case of methane, and here also we have sp3 hybridization in the case of water molecule, and in the case of SnCl2 we have sp2, and in the case of MnO4 minus okay, D3s. Okay, these are the hybridizations of central central atoms which are present in these molecules. Okay, so here let us see electronic geometries of these molecules. Electronic geometry. Electronic geometry. Okay, so in this electronic geometry, okay, this methane having tetrahedral geometry, and in the case of water molecule also, okay, we have sp3 hybridization, so it is also tetrahedral, and in the case of SnCl2, okay, it will be having trigonal planar because here we have sp2 hybridization. So here a D3S, it is also tetrahedral electronic geometry. Okay, so now let us see shape of the molecule. Okay, so the shape of the molecule depends upon the number of lone pairs and bond pairs present in that molecule. So shape is different from geometry. So geometry is based on the hybridization. So hybridization can based on the hybridization we can predict only the geometry of the molecule. Okay, but the actual shape of the molecule will be depends upon the number of sigma bonds and the number of lone pairs present in that molecule. So let us see the electronic. Let us see the shape of the molecule. Okay, shape of the molecule. Okay, so in the case of structure or shape. Okay, so here this methane will be having same electronic geometry. So here we have there is no lone pair. So that's why it will be having tetrahedral geometry structure. Okay, so this is structure. Okay, tetrahedral structure. Okay, so here it will be this water molecule will be having tetrahedral geometry, but due to presence of these lone pairs, it can be having bent shape. Okay, here we have two lone pairs and two sigma bonds. So that's why here it will be having bent shape or V shape. So in the case of SnCl2, okay, it will be having steric number 3. So in this steric number 3 we have a trigonal planar geometry. But here due to presence of this lone pair, okay, here also we can observe bent shape or V shape. Okay. In the case of MnO4 minus, okay, here also okay, we cannot observe any kind of lone pairs present in this molecule. So that's why here the shape of this molecule is tetrahedral. It is also tetrahedral geometry or tetrahedral shape. Okay. So now in these molecules, okay, here in the case of, okay, let us give the numbering. So this is molecule A, and this is B, and this is C, and this is D. Okay, these are the four kinds of molecules. Okay, so these are the four molecules. Okay, now let us see the relationship between these four molecules. Okay, so now here in the case of steric number, okay, molecule A, B, and D. Okay, these three molecules are having same steric number, that is 4. Okay, so based on that steric number, we can predict the hybridization or geometry of the molecule. If the steric number is 4, okay, we have the geometry that is tetrahedral geometry. So in the case of methane and in the case of H2O and in the case of MnO4 minus, we can observe tetrahedral geometry. Okay, so it means okay, same kind of electronic geometry that we have observed in the case of this methane and H2O and MnO4 minus. Okay, now whereas in the case of the molecule C, that is having trigonal planar, so it is not same with tetrahedral. Okay, so here in the case of shape, okay, so in the case of shape, okay, here molecule A, that is CH4, will be having tetrahedral structure, and MnO4 minus, it is also having tetrahedral structure. But here the molecule B and C, that is H2O and SnCl2, will be having bent shape. Okay, so here we have the relation. Here we have A and B. Okay, this A and B will be having same kind of structure. Okay, will be having same kind of structure. Okay, so molecule B and C. So they are not having same kind of geometry. So here in the case of molecule A and B, we can observe same kind of electronic geometry, whereas in the case of molecule B and C, we cannot observe same kind of geometry. Okay, so in the case of C and D, okay, in this case also we cannot observe same kind of electronic geometry. Okay, so here A and B will be having same kind of electronic geometry, and D also will be having same kind of electronic geometry. So that's why here molecule A, molecule B and molecule D, these are isogeometric molecules. Isogeometric molecules. Okay, now let us see shape of the molecules or structure of the molecules. Okay, so here in the case of shape of the molecules or structure of the molecules, okay, so this molecule A, that is CH4, it will be not same with the, okay, it will be different with the molecule B. Okay, so molecule A and molecule B will be having different shape. Okay, so they are not isostructural. Okay, whereas in the case of B and C, okay, whereas in the case of B and C, okay, this B and C will be having same kind of structure. Okay, so this B and C are the isostructural species. Okay, isostructural molecules. Okay, now let us see the C and D. Okay, these are also not having same kind of structure. Okay, so same kind of structure. So these are also not isostructural species. Okay, so here if you see this A and D, okay, this A and D, which is having same kind of shape, okay, which is having same kind of shape. So okay, this A and D will be having isostructural species. Okay, these A and D are the isostructural species, okay, whereas B and C, okay, these are also isostructural species, and these A and B and D, okay, these three are isogeometric species. Molecule A and B and D, okay, these three molecules are having same kind of geometry. So that's why these A, B, D. So these A, B, D molecules are isogeometric molecules. In the case of molecule A and D and molecule B and C, okay, so this A and D having same shape or same structure. In the case of B and C, they are also having same structure. So this A and D, what we call the isostructural species, and B and C also called as isostructural species. Here this A and B and D, okay, these are isogeometric species. But if you observe the hybridization of these molecules, so these are the hybridizations of A, B and D. So this A, B and D hybridizations. So here we have sp3 and here we have sp3 and d3s. Okay, based on this hybridization, okay, we can say that the shape of the molecule and geometry of the molecule does not directly depends upon the hybridization. Now here, okay, in the case of these isostructural and isogeometric molecules, okay, in the case of these isostructural and isogeometric molecules, so here, okay, this is steric number 4. Here in this one, we can observe 4 sigma bonds. Okay, so 4 sigma bonds around the carbon, and here, okay, 2 sigma bonds, okay, and 2 lone pairs around the oxygen, and here we have 2 sigma bonds and 1 lone pair, and here we have 4 sigma bonds. Okay, so in the case of isostructural species, okay, in the case of isostructural species, they are having same number of sigma bonds and lone pair of electrons. Okay, so here let us see. Okay, this is the shape. Okay, so here A and D will be having 4 sigma bonds. Okay, both molecule A and molecule B will be having, okay, here these are the sigma bonds. Okay, these are the sigma bonds. So here we have 4 sigma bonds. Okay, these are 4 sigma bonds. Okay, so if two molecules are isostructural, okay, isostructural, they must have same number of sigma bonds and the same number of lone pairs. Okay, here this molecule A and D will be having same number of sigma bonds. Okay, in the case of this one, okay, here we have 2 sigma bonds and here also 2 sigma bonds. Okay, so they are having same number of sigma bonds. Okay, so here in the case of isostructural, they are having same number of sigma bonds and same number of lone pairs. Okay, same number of sigma bonds and same number of lone pairs. Okay, so in the case of isogeometric molecules, isogeometric molecules. So in the case of isogeometric molecules, okay, they are having same steric number, same steric number. Same steric number. So steric number means the number of sigma bonds and number of lone pairs. Okay, this is sum of the number of sigma bonds and number of lone pairs. Okay, same steric number indicates the same geometry. Okay, so here let us see some examples. So here methane, H2O and NH3. So NH3. Okay, so these are the 3 examples. Okay, so here in this methane, okay, in the case of methane, okay, it will be having steric number 4. Okay, so here in this case, steric number 4. In this case also, we have steric number 4. Okay, so here we have 4 sigma bonds and 0 lone pairs, and here we have 2 sigma bonds and 2 lone pairs, and here we have 3 sigma bonds and 1 lone pair. So here, okay, these 3 molecules are having same steric number, but even though they are having same steric number, they are having different number of lone pairs. So here in the case of CH4 we have 0 lone pairs, in the case of H2O we have only 2 lone pairs, and in the case of NH3 we have only 1 lone pair. Okay, so it means, okay, this steric number will help only to determine the electronic geometry of the molecule, but it cannot determine the shape of the molecule. Okay, so this is one of the statement from this one. So here, okay, the steric number is same, but okay, the number of lone pairs are different. Okay, this number of lone pairs will decide the structure of the molecule. Okay, so that's why here this steric number will help only to determine the electronic geometry, but it does not determines the shape of the molecule. Okay, so this is one of the statements. Okay, in the case of isostructural species, in the case of isostructural molecules, okay, they are having same number of sigma bonds and same number of lone pairs. Okay, but in some cases, okay, even though they are having different number of lone pairs. Okay, so even though they are having different number of lone pairs, they are having, okay, same type of structure. Okay, so they are having different number of lone pairs, but they are having same type of structure. Okay, this kind of situation we can observe in the case of sp2 hybridization and sp3 hybridization. Okay, sp2 hybridization with one lone pair and sp3 hybridization with two lone pairs. Okay, so in the case simply we can say SnCl2 and H2O. So in the case of SnCl2 we have sp2 hybridization. Okay, we can observe one lone pair, and in the case of sp3 hybridization we can take it as an example H2O. So here we have two lone pairs and two sigma bonds. Okay, so even though they are having different number of lone pairs, okay, both are having bent shape. Okay, so they are having bent structure. Okay, so in another case that we have observed, that is sp hybridization. The sp hybridization with zero lone pairs and sp3d hybridization with three lone pairs. Okay, so in both the cases we have linear structure. So in this linear, even though here they are having different number of lone pairs, okay, they can be exhibit same kind of structure. So it means even though they are having different number of lone pairs, they are isostructural. Okay, they are isostructural because they can exhibit the same number of sigma bonds. Okay, so from this one, okay, we can say that a same number of lone pairs and sigma bonds, okay, they are isostructural. 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 So this is 100% true. So this is 100% true. Okay, this is 100% true. Okay, so but here, isostructural species does not having same number of lone pairs. So it is false. Okay, so isostructural species are not having same number of lone pairs. Okay, but whereas in the case of isostructural species, the first statement is case they are having same number of lone pairs as well as same number of sigma bonds, or they are having same number of sigma bonds in the case of isostructural species, but all the isostructural species does not contain the same number of lone pairs. Okay, so this is you should be remember this statement here. Okay, in the case of isostructural species, they must not contain the same number of lone pairs. Okay, so they should contain only same number of sigma bonds. Okay, in this case, okay, even though they are not having same number of lone pairs, okay, they can produce same number of sigma bonds. Okay, so that's why they can be act as a isostructural species. Okay, now let us see one question based on this one. Okay, here the question is isostructural species must have dash. Here option A, same steric number. Option B, same number of lone pairs. Option D, same number of sigma bonds, and option D, that is same number of pi bonds. So which one is correct? Okay, which one is correct? So if they are containing same steric number, okay, they are isogeometric species. Okay, they can exhibit, they can act as an isogeometric species. So in this case, these are isogeometric. So they are not isostructural. Isogeometric. Okay, in the case of same number of lone pairs, okay, it is not required, so it is not correct. Okay, even though they are not having same number of lone pairs, they are also having same kind of shape. Okay, so that we have already seen in the previous one. So here, okay, same number of sigma bonds. So this is a correct option, which is which is the same number of sigma bonds. If the compounds are having same number of sigma bonds, okay, they can be have exhibit isostructural species. They can act as a isostructural species. Okay, so in the case of pi bonds, so we cannot consider here these pi bonds. Okay, during determination of isostructural and isogeometrical species. Okay, so okay, this C is the correct option for this question. Let us take example, that is BeCl2 and I3 minus. So in this BeCl2 we have 0 lone pairs and here we have 3 lone pairs. And here in this case we have, okay, these are lone pairs, and in the case of BeCl2 we have 2 sigma bonds, and here this I3 we have 2 sigma bonds. Okay, so here the shape of this molecule BeCl2 is linear. It is linear, and this I3 minus is also having linear. I3 minus also having linear. So even though they are not having same number of lone pairs, they are having same number of sigma bonds. So that's why these are having same structure. So these are isostructural species. Okay, let us take H2O and SnCl2. So in this H2O we have 2 lone pairs, and in the case of SnCl2 we have only 1 lone pair. So it will be having 2 sigma bonds, and it is also having 2 sigma bonds. So here also we cannot observe same number of lone pairs, but here we have same sigma bonds. Okay, same number of sigma bonds. So both are bent. Okay, both are having bent shape. Okay, so these two are isostructural species. Okay, so in this way, okay, we can conclude as a same number of sigma bonds must contain these isostructural species. Okay, even though they are not having same number of lone pairs, they must contain the same number of sigma bonds. Now let us see the next one, that is a pseudo-steric number. Pseudo-steric number. So what is meant by pseudo-steric number? Okay, so here, okay, let us consider molecule XeF6 and TeBr6 2 minus. So okay, based on these two molecules, they have asked a question in CSIR NET 2019. In 2019, they are asking question based on these two molecules. Okay, so based on this pseudo-steric number. Okay, so here in this XeF6 and TeBr6, so what is the steric number of these two molecules? So here in the case of XeF6, so Xe is the central atom, so which is having 8 electrons in its valence shell. So these are the 8 electrons which is present in the valence shell. So here out of these 8 electrons, there is a formation of sigma bond with 6 fluorines. Okay, these are the sigma bonds, 6 fluorines, and this will be remains as a lone pair. So here we have 6 sigma bonds and 1 lone pair. So here we have steric number 7. Okay, here we have steric number 7. Okay, so here in the case of TeBr6 2 minus. Okay, so this 2 minus. Okay, so it is a these 2 electrons are in central atom, because here bromine is a monovalent. So that's why here these 2 electrons are in Te. Okay, so here this is a central atom which is having 4 electrons. So these are 4 electrons, and these 2 electrons, these are the 2 electrons which is from 2 minus. Out of these 8 electrons, 6 electrons are involved in the formation of sigma bond with bromine atoms. So like this. Okay, so here this 2 electrons will be remains as a lone pair. So here we have 6 sigma bonds and 1 lone pair. So total we have steric number 7. Okay, generally we can say if the two molecules are having same steric number, okay, they are having same electronic geometry. But okay, here in these two kinds of molecules we cannot observe same kind of electronic geometry. So here in the case of XeF6 we can observe capped octahedral structure. Okay, so in the case of this TeBr62 minus, okay, we have perfect octahedral structure. So in this case we have perfect octahedral structure. So here even though they are having same number of same steric number, okay, they are having different electronic geometry, because here in this case, okay, in this case TeBr62 minus, okay, so the steric number of this TeBr62 minus is 7, but in real, okay, real steric number, the real steric number is 6, because the lone pair which is present on the central atom, which is stereochemically inactive lone pair. Okay, so if the lone pair is sterically inactive, it cannot participate in the electronic geometry. So that's why here, okay, this lone pair will be inactive. So here we can observe real steric number, that is 6. So due to this real steric number 6, we can observe perfect octahedral structure. Okay, whereas in the case of this one, okay, this lone pair is sterically active. So it is sterically active. So okay, that's why it will be having steric number 7. Okay, this is also real steric number. So we can observe capped octahedral. Whereas in the case of this TeBr62 minus, this lone pair is sterically inactive. Okay, so that's why it will be having perfect octahedron. So this kind of steric number, what we call as pseudo steric number. Okay, so this kind of steric number, what we call as pseudo steric number. In the calculation of steric number, okay, during calculation of steric number, we can consider only the number of sigma bonds and lone pairs. Okay, this lone pair must be stereochemically active. So we can consider only stereochemically active lone pair. So if it is not active stereochemically, we cannot consider the calculation of or the steric number. Now let us see the question which is based on the calculation of steric number. Okay, so the question is NH3, PH3, H2O and H2S. Okay, calculate the steric number. Calculate steric number based on VSEPR. Okay, VSEPR here. Okay, so here in the case of NH3, okay, here we have 3 sigma bonds and 1 lone pair. So here we have steric number 4. And in the case of PH3, okay, here this is a Dragos molecule. So in the case of Dragos molecule, okay, that lone pair which is present in the central atom, which is stereochemically inactive. So that's why here we can observe, okay, 3 sigma bonds and 0 lone pairs. We can consider as a 0 because, okay, the lone pair which is present on the phosphorus, which is inactive, stereochemically inactive. So here we have only steric number 3. In the case of H2O, we have 2 sigma bonds and 2 lone pairs which are active. Okay, so here the steric number is 4. Okay, in the case of H2S, we have two sigma bonds. Okay, the two lone pairs which are present on the sulfur, okay, they are stereochemically inactive. So okay, here this H2S also Dragos active molecule. Okay, so Dragos molecule. Dragos molecule. Okay, so here we can observe steric number 2. Okay, so in this way we can calculate the steric number of these above compounds. Okay, here in this case, in NH3 we have pyramidal structure. Pyramidal structure. pH3. Okay, here we have pyramidal structure. Here H2O we have bent. In this also we have bent structure. Okay, so these are Dragos active molecules. Okay, so here they are not they are containing stereochemically inactive lone pairs. Okay, so this is about the isostructural and isogeometric species and steric number and pseudo-steric number. So how to find out isostructural species and how to find out isogeometric species. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day.